Hello everybody, welcome to week 3. We're making progress, moving very quickly. These classes move very quickly, so I appreciate all the work you're doing and trying to get into the discussion boards early on in the week, because I think that's going to help you ultimately as we go very quickly through these 7.5 weeks. So keep doing that. What we're going to be doing this week, what we're starting is actually getting into the specifics of Microsoft Office. Now remember, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint with some Outlook, which is what we did last week, are the 4 that we're really hitting on. Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, though, are the 3 that we're really going to focus a lot more on. So Word is what we're going to start this week. There's going to be a couple of exercises that you'll be doing in Word, and there's a couple of pause and practice or some practice exercises that are not graded, but I do highly recommend you do those, that are going to be Word related as well. Word is probably, of the 3, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, is probably the one that students are most comfortable with. This is the one that they use probably most of the time. So if you're coming right out of high school, or if you've had some college experience in the past, you probably are pretty familiar with Microsoft Word. This is the word processing feature of Microsoft. But also if you're just on the job, whether you've been working in some sort of office or working in a hospital, chances are you've probably encountered Microsoft Word at some point. So hopefully this week goes pretty well. I know some of you know it very well, some of you don't know it very well, but I think the exercises you're going to do are pretty straightforward, so hopefully they're going to help you to better understand it. Now, the one thing I would like to say something about is the differences between Word in 2016 and Word in 365. We touched upon this a little bit last week with Outlook, and I think for some people there may be a little bit of confusion still about what is 365. So Microsoft offers 2 options when it comes to Office. So Office is kind of like their suite or their collection of programs. Microsoft 2016 is the one that you can download. So this is one that's going to be what we might call the desktop version. So you download it to your computer. The Office 365 is the cloud-based version. And so we touched upon this maybe a little bit, but it's worth repeating or mentioning a little bit more. What do we mean when we say cloud-based? What is the cloud? Well, that's stuff that's out there in the ether, right? You just kind of put your documents or something somewhere out there and it's in the cloud. Well, not really. When we talk about something that's cloud-based, we're talking about something that you don't need to save on your computer because it's saved in the internet. But by the internet, we really mean it's being saved on somebody else's servers, which are a certain kind of computer. In this case, it's actually Microsoft's. So we're very familiar with, or we use, I should say, cloud-based technology all the time. Think about iTunes. So all the stuff you buy through Apple, that's in the iCloud. That's saved essentially on their computers in their server farms way over on the West Coast somewhere. You don't save those on your phone anymore. You don't save those on your desktop or on your laptop. When 10 years ago or so, you did. So cloud-based technology allows us to basically save these things off-site, off of our own computers, off of our own technology. Think about something like Netflix. Netflix now, the bulk of, like, at least in my family, the bulk of the television we watch is through Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that. This is all cloud-based. This is on their servers. This is on their computers. We just stream it from there through an internet connection to our smart TVs or to our tablets or to whatever the case may be. So cloud-based technology is technology where it's not centered on your hardware. It's not on your hard drive. It's not on your computer somehow. Your computer is linked up to it somehow, but it's really being taken or stored or operated from someone else's servers, someone else's computers. So there are some good things and some bad things about that. So that's what we're talking about when it comes to 365. That's cloud-based. It's something that you don't need to download. It's something you usually just need a password or something to access out there on the internet or basically on somebody else's computer. So I hope that kind of clarifies things a little bit. If not, let me know. Just send me a note and maybe I can do another one of these videos that kind of elaborates on that point a little bit. So you're going to be learning more about cloud-based technology relative to Word. There's a couple of exercises you're going to be doing, and there's also a little check-in there. And this check-in is basically for my sake. It's just letting me know how you're feeling at this point. So please feel free to tell me whatever, if things are going well or if you're concerned in the check-in. Also remember to keep in those discussion boards and get in them as quickly as possible so that you have enough time to do some replies to all your classmates. But right now what I'm seeing is really good in the discussion boards. One last point is Sherry Desborough, who was our co-teacher. She was around in the first week, and then the second week, she's not the co-teacher anymore, and this does happen from time to time. We'll often start with a really, really big class, and then if the class pares down a little bit under a certain threshold, then they only need one teacher instead of two. So in a case like that, that's what happened. So it's just me now. I hope that's okay, but nothing happened to her. She's perfectly fine. This is something that does happen from time to time at the beginning of a semester. So I just wanted to let you know, if you're not hearing any replies from her or anything, that's the case. It was just an administrative thing that had to happen. So as always, though, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, email me. Check me out on Skype Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you on the discussion boards. Thanks, folks.